Hey, what's the crack? And today I'm going to be diving into the incredible world of Astro Bot, where I just snagged the Platinum Trophy. But before we get started, I'll give you a quick heads up. This video will contain some spoilers, so if you want to experience this game for yourself, maybe bookmark this video for later. And if you're still here, let's dive in. Getting the Platinum Trophy for Astro Bot was so much fun, and it was such a smooth ride for how easy it was. The game's charm and level design kept me hooked from start to finish, and even trickier trophies felt manageable. And I will share some of my favorite moments and characters along the way. So my platinum journey kicked off with the first trophy, one bot down. And it was a very straightforward trophy because what you had to do to get it was rescue one of your bots. And this game kicks off the charm nearly straight away by letting us see two bots that look a lot like Ratchet and Rivet. And I knew from that moment that I was going to enjoy every minute of this game. So after seeing Ratchet and Rivet, I got straight back to trophy hunting with a puzzling start. And this trophy was for picking up a puzzle piece that you find throughout the levels. And there is 3 puzzle pieces in nearly every level, and I will show you what they're used for later on. While exploring, I did take a small detour, a destructive detour. It was just too much fun to smash stuff in Astro Bot. The game introduced something very cool that helps you get around at this point, and how you use it is you inflate your bot and deflate the bot to get up to higher spots that you wouldn't be able to normally reach. The next trophy I unlocked, Jammer Slammy, was actually a complete accident. I was just messing around, and next thing I knew, I unlocked a trophy, and it was for dunking a basketball on the level Construction Derby. I also want to highlight another cool feature that's in Astro Bot, and it's interacting with the environment, whether it's dunking like the last clip or using the controller by just tilting it back and forth, or you can even just let enemies bounce off each other for eternity. Them guys are not having a fun time with this. And then I got a massive throwback and a massive smile once I saw one of my most favorite characters, Crash Bandicoot. And then I dived into one of the more meaningful trophies, Unforgettable. And to unlock this one, I had to recover the Mothership's memory. And it was cool getting this trophy because I got to see the robot arms do a little bit of a dance. So I went back to a level because I missed a few things, and I did discover something. I found a bird, and I want to call him the Bird of Shame. It's a bird that points out if you didn't get everything in that level. Once I had everything found in that level, I went on to claim my next trophy, License to Spend. And this was for opening a Gacha lab, and you can only do this by gathering enough puzzle pieces. So I came across a bot. I honest to God have no idea who he is, but I know who the other two are. I just don't know who he is. Do any of you know who he is? And here's another question I have no honest to God answer. Who built all this shit? But weird builds or not, it didn't stop me from getting my next trophy. What is he saying? And how I acquired this trophy was by spraying water in a living tree's face while he's singing a song. And if you think that trophy's weird, this next bit is even weirder. To get a puzzle piece, I had to sink a golf ball from a golfer's hands or its paws. I then went on to find another character I was all too excited to see, and it was Kratos and the boy. And he did me a favor and let me borrow his axe so I could get my next trophy, Tentacular Spectacular. And I acquired this trophy by rescuing all the bots in the Tentacular system. While in the Tentacular system, I did find secret levels, and these were far and away way harder than any normal level. Them levels were nowhere near hard enough to stop me getting the trophy, Solid Performance. And of course I got this for rescuing the Mothership's SSD, and I don't think I'll ever tire of seeing the system do its little dance. And this led to another trophy I unlocked called Splash My Dash, and it was unlocking a garage to customize your controller, which you fly around from galaxy to galaxy. I went back to use Kratos' axe, and I unlocked another trophy called Eyes of the All-Father, and it was for finding all of Odin's ravens throughout Kratos' world. Another cool power-up I got throughout this game was to slow down time, and the reason I mention this power-up is because it leads to another trophy I gained called Time to Cash In. And how I gained this trophy was by using the power-up to slow down 4 slot machines just so I could claim the jackpot. How handy would that be to have in real life? And in that same level, I came across a character that put a big smile on my face because it's one from my childhood, Sly Raccoon. Another bot I had to rescue was trapped in a tree, and all I've got to say is, how do you get trapped in a tree? I then got to play as a different type of thief called Nathan Drake, and pretending to be him actually paid off because it led to another trophy, Doing It For You. And this was for rescuing another part of the mothership, the GPU. And I once again had enough puzzle pieces to unlock another trophy called Time for Change, and it was for opening the changing room, where it lets you change into different costumes. And of course I took immediate advantage of this. Do you know who I am? I had more puzzle pieces than I thought because I got another trophy straight after called Animal Attraction, and it was for opening the safari park. I'll show you more on this later. Octodad was definitely a character I did not expect to see in this game. Did he just get lost somewhere along the way? In that same level is where I gained my next trophy called Jumping Through Hoops, and this is for leaping through the hoop in the level Bubbling Under. I then obtained my next trophy called Keep It Cool, and this was for recovering the Mothership's fan. I then went back to one of the galaxies to get my next trophy. Nowhere to hide. And I got this trophy for rescuing all the bots in Camo Cosmo. I got another rescue trophy called Fangs Very Much, and this was for rescuing all the bots in Serpent Starway. And my next trophy was Monkey See, Monkey Rescue, and this was for getting all the bots out of the galaxy Gorilla Nebula. Still rescuing bots with the next trophy, Lost and Found, and this was for finding all the bots in Lost Galaxy. I was then back to cosplaying, and I cosplayed as a PlayStation legend, Aloy, and cosplaying as her, it led to my next trophy, Back to the Nest, and I acquired this trophy by rescuing all the bots in Feather Cluster. So I go and save all these bots, and in return they become my human med bridge or whatever other structure I might need. And I'm nearly redone building the mothership with the next trophy I got, Take Cover. And yes, I got this trophy for rescuing the covers of the PS5 mothership. And speaking of rescue, it led to my next trophy, A Lot to Process, and this was for rescuing the PS5 mothership processor. The next trophy that I can buy was called Strike a Pose, and this was for taking a photo at a photo spot, and you can only do this after going into Safari Park to get the camera, which is where I got the trophy. The trophy that I earned next was called At the Top of My Game, and you can acquire this trophy by making your way to the tippy top of the PlayStation mothership. I kept seeing the bots put up these orb symbols. I had no idea what they meant until I got the trophy First Prize, and I got this trophy for collecting my first gacha in the Gacha Lab, and those orbs above their head turned out to be something they needed from the Gacha Lab. So I kept playing, and it led to another trophy, Money Well Spent, and this was for getting 150 prizes in the Gacha Lab, and it was 100% money well spent because I got my favorite costume. Moving on to the next trophy that I acquired, and it was Monumental Achievement. And how I did obtain this trophy is by collecting the last few remaining puzzle pieces to build a golden statue of Astro. The golden bot was the next trophy I picked up, and you gain this trophy for rescuing a very special bot. I then got a little sidetracked, and here's a little challenge for you. I want to see, can anyone beat my time? I was then back as Aloy for my next trophy, What a Trip. And to obtain this trophy, you have to use the Tripcaster that's in this level to defeat 7 enemies. This time I'm cosplaying as someone else for the trophy Net Profit, and I got this trophy for catching the golden butterfly on the level Ape on the Loose, and still cosplaying this time as Nathan Drake for the next trophy, The Lost Legacy. And I gained this trophy by collecting all 3 of the artifacts that are in Dude Rating, and you can even go back to the start of the level and see them in a nice fancy chest. The next trophy that I got my hands on was Double Dug In, and I gained this trophy by taking 2 wormies out at the same time. I thought it was time for a change. Who doesn't like Hunter attire? Now all Sony has to do is actually remake the game. It's actually incredible how much you can interact with these characters on the crash site. And speaking of which, it did lead to my next trophy, Deep Pocket Dragon. You get this for beating up a tough guy and making him drop all his stuff. The Sing Stars trophy is one of the cooler trophies in this game, and how you gain it is why? By listening to all the PlayStation parts sing. Wait a second, you're not a bandicoot, you're just a bot in a furry costume. I feel so betrayed. Why couldn't you be more like this bot? Like, this is a true soccer player. I then had to go and make myself feel better by getting the next trophy, Royally Stuck. And I got this trophy by getting rolled over by a giant beach ball, or whatever in the Christ it is. The pain didn't stop there. All I can say is never mess with the music teacher. In the next trophy, Thaw, God of Thunder, Thor didn't fare out so well either. He got frozen solid by Kratos' axe. I may have had something to do with it. I definitely did. Don't tell Kratos. Here's an interesting question. Which would you rather see, a Days Gone 2 or a remake of Bloodborne? The next trophy I got was Thick as Thieves. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't know who I had to photograph here, so I called them all together. It was supposed to be a photo of Nathan Drake and Lara Croft, but my first thought was it was Sly Raccoon and Nathan Drake. Anybody else think this? No? The next trophy I got was called KO, and you get this trophy for making 2 legendary fighters fight each other, and you just have to give them a little nudge to fight each other. I'm back hitting more bots with the next trophy, Keep It Together. And how you can acquire this trophy is by summoning your bots to make a bot tower, then hit one of them and make sure the tower doesn't fall after you hit them off. The Wallbuster trophy still has me abusing bots by summoning them once again to build you a bot wall and then hitting one of them to break the wall. The next trophy I got though was a lot nicer to the bots, called Bot Revolution, and this trophy is for getting all the bots you rescued to do a dance with you. Never in my life did I think I'd see Kratos and Thor dancing together. This game is great. The next trophy up that I got was called Let's Twist Again, and you get this for doing a little boogie with Crash. Fake or not, you cannot say no to Crash Bandicoot, especially when you're dressed like Jack. And there it was, the platinum trophy for Astro Bot, and I had so much fun getting this platinum trophy. I do definitely recommend it. Alright, time to rate the game, and I'm going to give it a solid 2 out of 10. There's nothing too difficult, a few levels maybe, but that's about it. But I can't recommend this game enough. It is just so much fun if you've ever played the PlayStation Classics, or even just grew up with them. I can see why this won Game of the Year, and that's that's a wrap. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a good laugh. If you did have a good laugh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. I'll hope to see you in the next one, and goodbye.